Okay, I've got a quick review of the Equus Pro Tach that I installed in the F100. The part number here, part or model number, whatever you want to refer to it as, is a 6076. This tachometer costs about $65 and pretty straightforward. The hookups, 4 standard wires. Had a white that went to your dash lighting power source. I hooked that up to the vehicle wire harness that was feeding the instrument cluster right behind it. And then there's a red switched 12 volt. That's your power wire. And that there, I found a good fuse that was otherwise being unused. That was a switched power source, so I was able to hook that up. There's a black wire, which is a ground wire. Just find a good chassis ground there. And then finally the green wire that went to the negative side of the coil. I went and hooked it up just as the instructions indicated, and this thing worked immediately. As you can see, it came with a nice little mount. This is pretty classic style of mount, but it came with a mount. Just needed to use a standard hose clamp, and actually use a gator clamp, which is a little bit more heavy duty, a little better hose clamp than your normal. But just get a clamp of sorts, and from there, you got it. I've got it on about the 10:30, 11 o'clock position on the steering column here. Looks good, doesn't interfere with any of the other gauges, and it's available. You know, easy for the driver to see and all that, so it just kind of works there. It illuminates quite well when I go to put the headlights on or the parking lights on. As you can see, now the instrument console is green while the tachometer is white. That is my one critique on this, short of possibly tearing this thing apart. Basically, there was no easy way that I could determine to change the light bulb. A lot of tachometers have the light bulbs accessible from the back side of the housing, and I would have put a green light bulb in place of the white one, but I didn't want to tear it apart. I've done so on similar tachs to this. This has a more or less a plastic housing, and even the trim ring is more or less chromed plastic, I should say. And so and these have been problematic in the past. You can pop them off to clean the glass and everything, but when I've done so in the past on the similar style tach, the little plastic tabs have kind of broken off or worn off at the edges. So it's a brand new tach, it otherwise works, and the juice wasn't really worth the squeeze there. So decided I'll live with the white for now, and we'll just go from there. So otherwise, like I said before, this tachometer, as soon as I turned the vehicle on, after hooking up and everything, it fired up and operated exactly as advertised. There are switches on here, 4, 6, and 8-cylinder settings. So like I said, just make sure you have it set up the way you based on the engine type that you have. And other than that, it should last for a long time. Yeah, so anyway, I hope this helps if you're considering this tachometer.